The Whispers of Bhangarh. My name is Arjun, and I'm not the kind of person who believes in ghosts. I've always thought stories about haunted places were just that, stories. Exaggerations spun by bored locals or overactive imaginations. That's what I told myself when I decided to visit Bhangarh Fort in Rajasthan, India, last summer. It was supposed to be a quick stop, a detour on my way to Jaipur for a work conference. I'd heard the rumors. Of course, everyone in India knows about Bhangarh, the so-called most haunted place in the country. But I'm a skeptic. I figured I'd snap a few photos, maybe post them online with a sarcastic caption, and move on with my life. That's not what happened. It was late June, and the heat was relentless. I'd rented a beat-up Maruti Suzuki from a sketchy agency in Alwar, the nearest town, and drove the 50 kilometers to Bhangarh on a dusty road that seemed to stretch into eternity. The landscape was stark dry, rocky hills dotted with scraggly trees, the kind of place that makes you feel small and exposed. My phone's GPS kept glitching, dropping the signal every few minutes, but I eventually spotted the faded sign for Bhangarh Fort, pointing toward a narrow path off the main road. I parked near a cluster of chai stalls, where a few locals were lounging under a banyan tree, their eyes following me as I grabbed my backpack and camera. The fort itself was smaller than I'd expected, a crumbling relic of the 16th century, surrounded by parched fields in the Aravalli Hills. Its stone walls were weathered, stained by centuries of sun and monsoon rains, but there was something oddly captivating about it. The main gate, flanked by two massive towers, stood open, and beyond it, I could see the ruins of what had once been a bustling town, temples, Havelis, and a marketplace, all abandoned. A faded government sign near the entrance warned visitors not to stay after sunset, citing safety concerns. I smirked. Probably just a way to keep vandals out. I wasn't alone. A handful of tourists milled about, mostly college kids taking selfies, and a couple of foreigners with guidebooks. There was also a local guide, a wiry man named Vikram, who offered to show me around for 200 rupees. I agreed, mostly because I wanted to hear the local spin on the place. Vikram was chatty, his English broken but enthusiastic. He pointed out the Gopinath temple, the royal palace, and the remains of a dancer's quarters, all while rattling off the usual ghost stories. According to him, Bhangarh was cursed by a tantric priest named Singya, who'd fallen in love with the fort's princess Ratnavati. When she rejected him, he tried to cast a spell to win her heart, but it backfired, dooming the entire town. Everyone died, some say overnight, and their spirits never left.